live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Grizzlies are up after 2 quarters. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Suns would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Phoenix. And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. With a drop step. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
I give this defense so much credit. Sometimes it pays major dividends to have players that are willing to get their nails dirty. Just dig their hands in the dirt, and that's what kind of stand they're making on the defensive end.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns, so it's going to stay with Memphis. Three seconds. Here's Rubio up top. Trailing by 15. The rebounds pulled down by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies own the basketball. Now the Suns come up with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Able to convert inside.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop, because honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
To Kelly Oubre. The drive right to the back. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Looking for his man. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract, because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Fires the three. Oh, that's how it's done.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on. Or you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Curling inside. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Driving right to the basket. To the line for two.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Ricky Rubio at the line for two shots. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Memphis with the rock. Probing the defense. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
From the painted area, won't go down. Cruises inside for two.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
The drive, right to the basket. Kicks it around the perimeter. Has a look. Rebound for Ayton. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Slams it down. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
To Rubio. Got a piece, and his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jarring is only going to escalate.
Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Good shot.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Defensive end.
Rubio into the front court. Trailing by 14. Driving right to the basket. Won't go. Jamal Crawford. Not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
And the rebound taken down by the Suns. Suns with the basketball. Got it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Beyond the arc for 3. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Hey, screen, screen, screen.
Goes to the right side. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Going to launch beyond the arc and knocks it down.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Here comes the screen. From long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense to Rubio. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Whistle and a timeout for Memphis as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this 3rd quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for Phoenix, number 16.
Here comes the screen. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team and camouflage with this shooting display we're watching.
The screen sets him up for 2.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Evans. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Evans. Top of the key. Lets it fly from long range. Working hard on the glass. To Howard. And the finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's Suns ball. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. So the Suns keep the possession. Time to shuffle things up. Oh, blocked away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Howard. Beasley. Here comes the screen. To Beasley. It's Phoenix ball. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Evans. Finish that. has a chance. Can't connect. To Evans. Tosses. Lynn with it. The deficit now up to 13. Runner's good there.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Drive here, but the shot stays out to Beasley. Evans. Fires the three. They have to keep him in their grasp.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Suns control the possession. Shot from the lane won't go. Trying to cash in with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Knew what was going to happen.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Evans. Five to shoot. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. 15-footer at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end, and a nice advantage for the Grizzlies. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin, and that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A-plus game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
A pass stolen by Phoenix.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to...
Got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Jumper's good.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Crawford to Lynn. Jamal Crawford, now 4 for 9.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here. because that was not an easy look.
To Mikal Bridges. To Jeremy Lin. Mikal Bridges to Crawford. From the outside, no good. To Booker. 4-3. Buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long. This teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jeremy Lin trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good for the three-point play. It's back to a 14-point game. Memphis, they've got it. Off the mark. Well contested.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
That's going to be out of bounds. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. To Crawford. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
I got ball.
Knocked loose. Oubre to Crawford. Lin. That's off the side of the rim, no good. A drive, but he can't get it to go. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, smothering D. Crawford. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great. The same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oubre to Lin. Goes to the left side. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Cleans it up. Offense.
Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Beyond the arc for 3. Knocks it down.
And here's a setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
And he's going to the free throw line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. He's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And he connects on the first free throw.
For Phoenix, number 11, Ricky Rubio.
No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Here's Rubio into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. Here comes the screen. To the rim. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Going to launch beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time. Phoenix with it. Tyler Johnson in a matchup with Booker. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Booker. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. To Rubio. Can't connect. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Rubio. To Mikal Bridges. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Here comes the screen. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. From long range. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And draws the foul.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws.
I got ball. Get up, y'all.
Here comes the screen. With the interception, great defensive play. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. He missed it. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
To Booker. Lays it up and in.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Cleans it up. Offensive board. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, he hits the 3.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos. And if you can slow down the pace.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. So it stays with Phoenix. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. For 3, and the rebound belongs to Memphis. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Off the mark at the line. DeAndre Ayton. Offensive board. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
And scores.
No doubt about where.
To Kelly Oubre. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Howard. Can't connect from inside. And strokes it.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Shooting 2.
Can't connect on the first free throw. down the second after missing the first. Phoenix has the ball. He gets it.
Shoot. Shoot. Let me see that dance, boy. Let me see it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Screen coming. Crawford. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
Here's the whistle. Intentional foul.
I don't know if that was part of the game plan. Sometimes a foul like that can fire up the other team.
That stops the clock with 11 seconds to go as they apply the intentional foul.
They're probably going to take another look at that one later, but it didn't look good live. Luckily, no one got hurt.
First free throw is good. Two for two on that trip. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Grizzlies get the victory as they